Hello and welcome to our book club. Today we'll be discussing the books that we have chosen to read. Our theme were movie books. So Will, what book did you choose to read?
I chose to read Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card.
And what's the plot of this book?
Well, it's about a boy who just lives a relatively normal life, normal family, and then gets taken to train as a general in space camp, up in space obviously, to fight against aliens, and he excels in that really well and becomes like the general, and there's a good twist at the end after he's led his army into the battle. So
and did you enjoy this book as a read?
Yeah, it was really good to read, especially there was a twist, as I mentioned, at the end.
Who would you aim these readers, like what age group?
Probably teenage boys from about 12 to 18, because it's a sci-fi novel, and it's just really a good read for those sort of things, because it involves star battles and war and that sort of cool stuff that we might enjoy.
Very nice. Cameron, what book did you choose to read?
Paper Towns by John Green.
Good author.
Very good author.
And what is your book about?
It's about a guy and a girl named Quentin and Margot. And Margot and Quentin have been next door neighbours.
Oh, very nice.
Since they were young.
Oh, yes.
And they used to go to each other's houses like every day.
Oh, cute.
And as soon as they got older, they kind of split apart, and Margot kind of became the popular girl.
Oh, yeah.
And Quentin became like
not
the
popular.
loser.
Yep.
So called. And then what's it called in the movie? Well, not the movie, in the book, both of them. Margot comes back into Quentin's life and climbs into his bedroom door like she used to.
Very
and then
sneaky.
And then Margot goes missing.
Oh, no.
And as soon as she gets into Quentin's life, she goes missing.
Right.
And then she leaves notes for Quentin to try and find her.
Yeah.
So it's like the kind of the classic romantic genre.
Oh, very
book.
cute. And did you enjoy this book?
I did. I probably give it around a 7 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. And who do you think this book is aimed at, like the readers?
Probably high teens.
Yeah.
I reckon. High teens.
Very nice.
What book did you read, Lexi?
Well, thank you for asking. I read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green as well.
Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it a lot. It's a great book. It's about this girl called Hazel who's quite ill, and she goes to places to get help, and then she meets this guy called Augustus, and they kind of fall in love. And there's a massive twist at the end, which I won't say because I don't want to spoil the book. But it's a very long journey, very emotional. So definitely aimed at, the more mature audience.
Indeed.
But it is, a very good read. I really loved it.
Yeah. So, out of all our books, did anyone feel that the author used any certain techniques? Because you guys have the same author.
I feel like John Green used a good first person type of way of writing, which is a good way of engaging the reader into the book.
Nice.
Yeah, I think in my book it's he makes us really connect with the book and connect with the story by making us feel the emotions that they would have in the book.
Yeah, well, with my book it's good because there are a lot of sci-fi novels and movies out there, but this one's a little different to them all. There's you sort of expect what's going to happen, but then it doesn't happen. It's just twists and turns all over the place. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So what would you? So, Will, what do you rate your book out of 10?
I rate my book an 8 out of 10 because it was very good to read, and it's especially got a lot of, as I said, twists and turns, and you don't really expect a lot of what would happen because it's not just a typical another book. So yeah, 8 out of 10.
And you said you would rate it a 7?
Yes, a 7.
I think I would rate my book an 8.5 out of 10.
Why is that?
Because just the way John Green has written this book, it really makes you connect, and I just think when a book can do that, it's just magical.
Yeah, so out of all our books, which one do you reckon is the best one to read?
I reckon it's got to be that one.
I reckon it was Lexi's book.
I really do think this book. It was a great read.
Yeah, because it brings a lot of realistic
and emotion
stuff because it is realistic because people get cancer and there are a lot of sad stories that go along with that.
Definitely.
So yeah.
And it's not just, it's actually like showing what happens in reality. Like it's not just a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like these things do happen,
That's
and
true.
it's sad, and people just have to get through it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening to our book review. We hope you enjoyed.
Don't